We are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our live stream. I'm so excited that we are here today and we're about to practice a lot, ok? Então, só antes da gente começar e entrar 100% no assunto da nossa live, eu só vou explicar aqui para quem está chegando. Às vezes é a sua primeira live por aqui, então seja muito bem-vindo. Hoje nós vamos falar em inglês durante 1 hora. E para guiar a nossa conversa, eu trouxe 11, na verdade um pouquinho mais, trouxe extras. Outras perguntas também que você pode usar no seu dia a dia para praticar inglês com outras pessoas, ou até mesmo se você chegar a ter a oportunidade de conhecer alguém e tem aquela situação que você não sabe direito como puxar papo com a pessoa, que mesmo sendo básico no inglês, você consegue, né, conversar com a pessoa, ter uma interação e se sentir satisfeito e orgulhoso com aquele processo. Podemos começar? Então vamos nessa. Se você acabou de chegar aqui, se você está ao vivo comigo, manda essa aula para alguém e traz algum amigo para cá para praticar junto com a gente. E se você estiver assistindo a gravação, faça a mesma coisa, tá bom? Podemos começar, guys? Lembrando que eu sei que tem um pouquinho de delay, né? Um pouquinho de atraso entre vocês deixarem os comentários e eu receber aqui, mas eu quero saber quem tá comigo ao vivo, ok? E outra, essa aqui vai ser uma quase que, assim, como que eu posso eu não sei exatamente a palavra que eu posso usar, mas eu preparei a aula, certo? Eu preparei as 11 perguntas que eu, né, pra gente praticar aqui, mas eu quero que isso seja uma interação, eu quero que vocês agreguem, eu quero que vocês façam perguntas, eu quero que a gente interaja, tudo bem? Pode ser? Podemos continuar? Então coloca aí no chat quem estiver ao vivo, deixa eu só ver se meu aviso aqui foi, porque depois eu fico subindo story, gente, ele não carrega, but okay, let's go. As I said, we're gonna practice our speaking and listening abilities together. The main goal of today's video is for you to practice your listening abilities, but also for you to develop more repertoire, né? What we call experience, so you can just have more confidence when you are talking to another person. To have more confidence, to build this confidence to speak in English with someone, we need to know some questions and we need to know how to interact. Okay? Can you hear me? Yes? Can you understand what I'm saying? So let's get started. Let's see who's in here. Luke's here, Edu's here, Faith here, Johnny, damn, Jill, Castro, Paula, Henry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's get started. First of all, I brought the questions as I mentioned before. And something that we need to take into consideration, something that we need to think about, is there are many different contexts out there, which means that you can get to know people in different situations, in different circumstances. So it's very different, for example, when you meet a person in a party, then to when you get to know a person when you are in a professional meeting, or when you are traveling, or when you see a person, when you run across a person that you don't see for a long time, but this person is already an acquaintance of yours, okay? A person that you already know is an acquaintance, okay? So these 11 questions you can use in any kind of circumstances, even in the most awkward circumstances, even if you are in the elevator. We all know that there is the elevator conversation, okay? We can move forward what people are already expecting. Is the speed that I'm talking good for you guys? Or am I speaking too fast? Is this okay, or should I slow down, or should I speed up? Let me know. Should I slow down, or should I keep it, or should I make things faster? What do you think? Remember that this is for basic people, basic level people, okay? Can we get started? Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. All right. Keep it. It's okay for me. Okay, so I'm going to keep it. All right. So let's get started. First, I would like to get to know it from you guys. What kinds of questions, what kind of things would you ask to a person? Once again, we can think about different scenarios. People that you already know, people that you don't know. It can be many different situations, as I said. What kind of questions do you think right now? Let's try to think like this. What are probably in your mind what these 11 questions would be if you had to think, on your own, you and your brain, if you had to think on your own what these 11 questions would be, what questions would you ask? What questions would you ask? The first one, I want to know your opinion, okay? So leave your comment below. Leave your comment below. So the first question that I brought for us, is it okay the size of the words here are fine for you guys? Is the size okay, or would you like it to be better, bigger? Okay, number 1. The first question that I brought is, do you like series? Okay. Do you like series? Do you guys know this vocabulary? Do you like series? This is a very common question nowadays because apparently it seems that everybody is watching something, like a movie or a series of movies or series or something on our streaming platforms. So, do you like series? Do you guys like series? Andrea said, sure, I do. I do. Okay, so what's the next question that comes after this one? What's the next question? You said yes or you said no, right? Or you're gonna answer this question in a positive way with an affirmative answer or with a negative in a negative way, right? So, do you like series? If you say that you like series, now I'm curious. Now I want to know because I first needed to know if you like series or not, but now that I know that you do like series, okay, so what series do you like? Okay. Of course, I could ask this in different ways. I could ask different things, but I'm just trying to build with you guys the most natural way of thinking when it comes to conversation. Okay. Do you like that? Oh, you do. So, what do you like about it? Which one? What kind of series do you like? Okay. All right. Brendan is asking, don't it need to be said as TV series? It can. Actually, we can call it TV series. We can call it TV shows. Okay. If it's TV shows, if it's a comical, like if it's, oh my goodness, I don't know. I'm trying to, oh, it's here. Okay. I have the tripod right in front of me, so I wasn't seeing the screen. You can even call it sitcom. Do you like sitcoms? Sitcoms are TV shows with comedy. Okay. So depending on the type, depending on which style, and depending on the genre you prefer, you can also ask that. Okay. Are we okay with our first question? Do you know how to answer to this question? I would like you guys to answer this part right here. What series, oh my goodness, this is wrong. Series do you like? What series do you like? What TV show do you like? Or I can even ask in plural, like, right? Like, what TV shows do you like? Probably you like more than one. Okay? When you think about TV shows, a lot of different names come to your mind. Let's see what you guys choose. Yeah, I'm okay with this question. I like The Chosen and Lost. Good job. I like Game of Thrones. Awesome. What else? I love the Vampire Diaries and the originals. I like fiction series. Good job. Unique. Então, I'm so sorry. So we can think about names, right? So as some of you guys did, you mentioned the names, or you can mention a genre, as I said, a genre. So you can also ask that. What TV show genre do you like? Okay. And all of these three questions is just one question in my mind. Okay. Because it's the starting point of a conversation. And this is the follow up of the conversation, it's just the consequence. Okay. Just the consequence. I like Chicago PD and Chicago Fires. I like a lot of cities. I like a lot of series. It's hard to choose. Good job, guys. I like documentary series. Me too. Me too. This is actually one of my favorites. I like to learn. So I love all kinds of documentaries, to be honest. Okay, guys. Can we move to the second one? I guess we can. What kind of series do you like, Camille? Thank you, Paula, for asking me. So, as I said, I really like documentaries, but in general, I would say that I don't like to watch a lot of TV shows. And I'm going to explain why. If you are my student, you already know why. But do you guys know why? Because I don't have self-control. This is an issue. Okay, I don't have self control. I cannot just watch one episode and live my life afterwards. I cannot watch one episode and just, raise from the couch, stand, and go live my life. I am not able to do that because I don't have self control. For me, if there are 20 episodes, I cannot hold myself back. I cannot wait, and I simply binge watch everything I can. Do you guys know this vocabulary? To binge watch. This is a good one. Are you familiar with it? Yes or no? To binge watch is when you watch everything you can from that from the content you have in hands. Okay, so that's why I don't like to answer to this question. But in general, I would say that documentary series, for example, Blueprint was the last series that I've watched. I mean, it's just 5 episodes, but I learned a lot from it. And that's it. I understand you. I can spend the day watching series or films. I can't watch just a little or just one episode. This is so interesting, Lucas. And guys, we have something to learn from this comment right here. Can you see that he used the word films? You can use the word films for movies. It's the closest word we have, right, from Portuguese when comparing to Portuguese. But the most common word for movies is movie, okay? Movie. Usually, this word films right here is used for the people of the industry. So let's say I'm a movie director. I'm gonna call my masterpiece a film. You know, it's kind of, it's, I wouldn't say that it's fancier or anything like that, but people would use it as a very specific term. That's it. But if you use the word films, people are also totally going to understand you. Okay? Don't refrain. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let me see if you guys brought up some nice questions. Of course you did. Do you like to listen to music? This is my next question as well, Leticia. Do you like music? So, guys, look how interesting. My question is, do you like music? Letícia is asking, do you like to listen to music, né? Right? Yeah, so let me just copy and paste and ask the same question as she did. Do you like to listen to music? We're basically asking the same thing, okay? But can you see that even with a simpler structure, I can get to the same result? So this is one of the things that I want to show you guys, that even when we don't use the most complex question, we still get the same answer. And by the way, always remember that we always have at least two different ways of saying whatever you want to say. That's why I think learning languages is something so incredible, because our brain has to work a lot. So even if you don't remember one word, no worries. Try to find a different one. Go the other way around. Don't panic. Don't freak out. Don't lose your mind and don't stop. Just continue. Okay, continue and try to find a different word or a different structure, which is the case right here. Okay, do you like music? It's almost the same. We could get to the same result as, do you like to listen to music? Because if you don't like music, you don't listen to music. It's kind of obvious, isn't it? I think it is. So, do you guys like music? Do you like music? And once again, what do you think? It's the next question. You're not gonna answer me just, yes, I do. No, you're going to give me more information. And this is something very important, for when we're talking about conversation, right? Conversations. When we are talking to other people, we always need to leave some kind of information in the air. Some kind of information has to be there just so the other person can get it, grab it, and start a new chapter, start a new topic, okay? So whenever you answer to a question, just don't end there. Don't end at yes or no. Yes, I do. No, I don't. You can do that. But I mean, the conversation is going to end there. We don't want that. We want to develop our conversation. We want to be interesting people in the ears of others, just so we can keep practicing, right? And we are interesting people. We just need to show to others that it's valuable to be talking to us, spending our time together. You know what I mean. Okay, so let's see what you guys brought up. Let me see. Yeah, I love music. Good, Paula. What kind of music? What kind of music do you like? Tell us, what kind of music do you like? I can't trust people who don't like music. Me neither. Me neither. I mean, is there anyone in the whole planet that hates music? Probably they just haven't got the chance to listen to something they like a genre, and a specific kind of music. I think it's impossible to hate music. If you're a human being, listening to music is almost as breathing. Don't you guys think? Listening to music is very much the same thing as breathing. We cannot live without it. We cannot live without arts in general, in my opinion. Some people prefer books, some people prefer TV shows, TV series, some people prefer music, some people prefer visual arts, like when we're talking about paintings, sculptures. Carlos is asking, what kind of rock music do you like? This is so interesting because we're talking about subgenres, like small groups within a group. So, yeah, I can answer that. I can say I like rock. This is a genre. This is a style of music. But inside this little box called rock, there is a universe. Am I right? Yes, I am. I know I am. So this is a very useful question as well. Okay. Adriano said, I like to listen to music. Remember that, okay? We always say listen to, listen to, listen to. I like to listen to music when I clean my house. Perfect. And another thing, guys, whenever we say I in English, it's always in capital letter, okay? We always say like this. I like music. I is always capital letter, all right? It's not because it's at the beginning of the sentence, it's always like that. So even if I repeat his answer, I like to listen to music when I clean my house. Okay, capital letter. We don't write it like this. We write it like this. I clean. All right? Okay, let's move forward. Can we move forward? Can we move to the next question? I like to listen to Tom Jobim, Brazilian music too. Awesome. I always say, I always say, if you don't like music, there's something wrong with you. I agree. I agree. Oh, this is excellent. Lucas, my student, my boat. Yes, I do. I love listening to music every day when I drive to work. Excellent. Excellent. Pretty good. Okay, let's move forward. Let's face the third question. And it is, do you have any pets? This is a good icebreaker, don't you guys think? Do you have any pets? Do you have dogs? Do you have a dog? Do you have a cat? Do you have, I don't know, birds or a bird? Do you have any pets? Right? It's always incredible when we talk about animals. People love animals. And this is a great way of starting a conversation. Oh, I love that you guys are asking me questions. You can ask me questions, okay? So we can interact. I'm interacting with you guys, so you can ask me back. Ask me back. All right? Okay, so what's your favorite song, Camille? Paula, I don't know if I'm able to say what's my favorite song because I love many different songs. And I don't have one specific song that I could name right now. And even if you say something like this, if you say to me something like, oh, if you were going to be stuck in an island for the rest of your life and you could pick just one song, I don't know. I don't know. But I would say that one of my favorites lately is The Summoning by Sleep Token. This is a song that I basically listen to every single day. One of the songs that I listen to every single day. Okay? Look who's here, my lovely friend Becca. I have a new kitten. Come meet her. I haven't been invited. I need to be invited to go to your house. I cannot just simply, pop up in your front yard saying, "Hey, let me in. I want to pet your kitten." I cannot do that, Becca. You have to invite me. I'm ready for this moment. Okay? Please invite me. I want to see you, actually. Not only your kitten. By the way, I would like to know what's her name. What her name is. I don't trust anyone who doesn't like animals. You see? You see. Yes, I do. I have 2 dogs. Alexandra, what are their names? What are their names? What are their names? She has 2 dogs. So I'm asking about 2 names. What are their names? Joyce, my student, I have a super cute dog. Oh my goodness. What is his name or what is her name? And this is interesting, guys. In English, we usually treat animals as people, right? I mean, in every language, I guess. But when we're asking, like, oh, you have a pet, in English, we don't know if it's a female pet or a male pet. So we don't have enough information to ask the following question. So people usually say, what's her, his name? What's her, his name? If it's just one pet. People usually ask like that. What's her, his name? Because I don't know if it's a girl or if it's a boy, so, Okay. Emily said, I have a little bird. And you, Camille? Emily, I have a cat, but she doesn't live with me. She lives with my mom in Brazil. At this point, right now, I think she's already my mother's, right? But let's skip this part. Her name is Jojo, and she's the cutest cat on this planet. She's the cutest, the cutest. I love her so much, and I miss her very much. We lived together for 6 months before I moved to the US. My brother and my mother gave her to me because they knew I really wanted a cat, and they gave me a cat, but she arrived in January and I got the news that I was moving to the US in February. So I basically got 1 month knowing that she would be mine. And then after that point, I knew that my husband didn't like cats. So, and I was living by myself at that time. So I knew that I would have to share her with my mom, and I didn't bring her here to the US. Okay. All right. Thank you for asking me that. Let's face the fourth question. This is a great one, guys, and everybody should have one. Do you have any hobby? Do you guys know what a hobby is? Do we all know what a hobby is? Is her name Jojo because of the anime? No, it's not. Actually, her name has a very funny story behind it. Do you guys want to listen to this story? Okay, I'm gonna tell you very quickly. My brother and I, we're very close. We were always very close. My brother and I. He's older than me, okay? He's 3 years older than me. And there was a boy in his classroom when he was, I think he was like 12 years old. He was in fifth grade, I believe, fourth grade, I don't know. But his name was Jonas. And that boy had a big forehead. This is a forehead, right? So this guy had a big forehead. And my brother always told me that I had a big forehead. So from that time on, he started calling me Jonas, even though my name is not Jonas. Nowadays, we call each other John. I call him John, and he calls me John, even though my name is not John and his name is not John, but we call each other John because of Jonas. So it's like a very sister and brother, brother and sister, sibling situation. And that's why her name is Jojo, because it's just a nice memory of Jonas and his big forehead. That's it. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. I know it's funny, right? It's super funny. But Jojo doesn't have a big forehead. Jojo is fine. Oh my goodness. But yeah. So, do you guys have a hobby? Let me drink some water because I'm getting red. You know, those kind of things is just what brothers and sisters and siblings do. And do you guys know this difference? Do you know what's the difference between brothers, siblings, and sisters? So let me teach you. Oh, sorry, I'm speaking fast. I'm gonna slow it down again. So, brother is the male sibling, sister is the female sibling, and sibling is the sibling. So when you don't know, we're going to talk about this. This is actually one of my extra questions that I brought for you guys today. Okay? Which is sibling. You can ask like that. Do you have any siblings? Instead of asking, do you have brothers? Do you have sisters? You ask, do you have siblings? Because it's general. You're not being specific about genres. You're just asking in a general perspective. Okay? So that's so siblings in general. Okay? So I'm gonna bring it up, but as an extra question. Okay? Do you have siblings? Okay, now let's go back to the hobby question. Let me see. Oh, yes, I do. I and also read some thriller books. Okay, Agatha, that's amazing. Okay, I didn't know you like to paint. You see? How interesting. Julie saying your forehead is perfect. Thank you. Now, this is a very nice compliment. Your forehead is perfect. This is the best comment I've ever read. Oh, don't worry. Your forehead is perfect. I love that. Okay. Let me see what you guys are writing. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I like this. Oh my goodness. I love this question. I like to write poems, read, and I'm learning to play the acoustic guitar again. I'm happy for you, Leticia. This is such a great thing to do. Kiko Loureiro says that the instrument is your forever friend. So you're always going to have a companion if you play any instrument. And I couldn't agree more. I think that's so true. And it's awesome to learn any instrument. If you can, you who's watching right now, come on, let's learn languages and instruments. I like to read, listening to music, watching movies and TV shows, and the last but not least, I love learning and speaking English. I'm glad to know that, Andre. And I know that you're a very frequent subscriber here and you're always live. Or you're always here when I'm live. So I'm glad that you like doing those things. Pretty good. Okay. Now, let me see. Oh, yeah, I play games and fix cars. Wow, you fix cars as a hobby? Oh my goodness. Flex asking if sibling is brothers and sisters. Yes, but sibling is also a way of saying brother and sister, but not saying if they are like women or men. That's it. My hobby is running and playing video games. And yours? What's your hobby? Oh, thank you for asking, Lucas. I thought you guys weren't going to ask me. So, if I do have hobbies, yes, I do have hobbies. I like to cook, like to learn how to cook new things, but not very frequently. This is a hobby that is more like seasonal during holidays, Christmas. I like to learn recipes and try things out, or even for my birthday. So, learning to cook new recipes, but I like to improvise recipes. I think this is what I'm the best at, improvising, not doing other people's recipes. But I love playing the guitar, the acoustic guitar, the electric guitar. Um, I like to compose music. It's been a while that I haven't been doing that I haven't done that, but this is something that I truly love, writing music, composing. And I discovered 2 new hobbies. Actually, 1 new hobby, not 2. I like reading as well, but reading is part of my job and part of my studies, so it's not that much of a hobby. And the books that I read as hobbies are making me reflect on my professional life and my personal life and my studies, so I never think that reading is just a hobby for some reason. Let me try to slow it down. But painting is a thing that I found out as a hobby lately. So whenever my head is full, whenever my head is running around like a revolver, huh? Who knows what I'm talking about? So whenever my mind is going crazy, I know that I need to stop everything and just get some paint, get a thick piece of paper, and draw anything that comes to my mind, something that I won't have to think about. I'm just gonna get the paint, get the brush, and do something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, this is such an incredible question. Making vlogs. Is making vlogs a hobby for you? I think you could say that. You could say that, but I wouldn't say that it is 100% a hobby because I have goals with it as well, but I do it because I love it, not because I must, you know? So it's a balance of work and I do it because I want to. So it's like 50% a hobby because that takes a lot of time, effort, and dedication. Sometimes I don't relax recording vlogs and editing vlogs. So it's now 100% a hobby, but I love doing it. Okay, let's move forward. Oh my goodness, we're here for 36 minutes. Let's speed things up. Number 5. Do you like to read? Do you guys like to read? Do you guys like to read? And thinking about the same structure we saw with the first question, it never ends there. So, do you like to read? What books do you like? What books do you like? And then, excuse me, let me drink some water. Okay, so once again, guys, do you like to read? Please don't answer just yes or no. Give me more. Always remember this, give me more, okay? So we can have some information to work with. So, what kind of books do you like? What books do you like? I can even ask, what authors do you like? How interesting is this question? I love it. Yes, I do. My favorite type is fantasy. Awesome. Fantasy is not my favorite one. Can you believe it? Yes, of course. Books about biographies. So you like biographies. Amazing. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I love reading. I'm trying to read in English. What about you? Do you have any good recommendations for books in English? You guys are so lovely. I do. Let me just read this comment right here. Unfortunately, my answer is no, but I like to learn new things in videos like I'm doing right now. Excellent. I don't read, but I'm reading. I am, if it's I am, is continuous, right? I don't like to read, but I'm reading a lot of mangas and manhwas. I don't know what manhwas is. You can teach us on that to practice English. Pretty good. Pretty good. Awesome. Okay. So, let me answer to your question, Leticia. I love reading. I'm trying to read in English. What about you? Do you have any good recommendations for books in English? Okay, awesome. Leticia, I'm glad to know that you love reading. And when we already know what we like, it's easier, right, to find new books. So, if you like to read in Portuguese, why don't you try reading the same books that you already read, but now in English? What about that? That's a good suggestion, don't you think? That's a good suggestion because it's easier. So, for example, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm learning Spanish, right? I'm dedicating myself to learning a new language. So, what I'm doing is I went to a second-hand bookstore, which is the type of bookstore that sells old books, like used books, books that other people have had previously owned. Okay, so I went to a second hand. Let me write this down for you guys. Second hand bookstore. Okay, second hand bookstore. And I bought a book there. I couldn't search, I didn't have many options. There was a limited amount of books that I could go through to pick one. I saw many books, but some of them like weren't something that I was interested in. So I picked El Alquimista by Paulo Coelho. I know it's a book that was written in Portuguese, but that was the option that I found. And I thought that I had read that book before, but it happens that I didn't. So it was a completely new experience for me. And it was amazing. So I would suggest, if possible, just to, go to a bookstore and see what the options are and just read a little bit of the book, see if that's going to be something that you're interested in, if it's a style of writing that you like to read, and these kind of things, even online. If you're searching for a book online, I think Amazon, they make some pages available for you to read before buying the book. So this is a good way of also measuring how hard the reading can be for you, or how easily you can read it. Okay? Victor is asking if I like the Beatles. Yes, I do like the Beatles. It's just not my favorite band, but I do like the Beatles. More than I like them, I respect them. Okay? All right, let's move forward. Do you play what? Any musical instrument? Do you guys play any musical instruments? Yes or no? What do you tell me? Do you play anything? Do you, do you, do you? Do you, do you, do you? What kind of instrument do you play? Let me see, let me see. Yes, I play applause. Ay, ay, ay. Itamar said, I'm playing guitar. Right now you're playing guitar, or I play guitar? Tell us. No, I don't, but I would like to play the piano someday. Excellent. Excellent. So, whenever we say any instrument, we say the before it. Okay? So, in this case, would be the piano or the drums, the guitar, the. I play very bad acoustic guitar. We can invert, okay? We can change the order of things. I play acoustic guitar very bad or very badly or badly. Okay? But that's okay. Tudo bem, guys? Yes? Let me see. Let me see. Drums is the best instrument. Well, who am I to say no? Right? My husband is a drummer, so I need to be as crazy and excited about the instrument as he is, just so things are okay in our household. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. No, I don't play any instrument. One time or once I tried to play acoustic guitar after last the graduation, but I failed and abandoned. After last the graduation. What do you mean? Were you studying like acoustic guitar as like a graduation and then you quit? Was that it? Let me know, cuz now I got confused. And guys, here in this case, I see that someone is asking the question hobby or hobbies. We can say both ways, okay? Do you have any hobby or do you have any hobbies? When you write like this, we involve the question as a general perspective. The same goes for instruments. It's not wrong, okay? Okay, let's move on. Let's go, Joyce. I tried to play the acoustic guitar when I was a teenager, but nowadays I don't play any instruments. I would love to learn how to play the piano. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. There are many free lessons online. I think you guys should take a look, do a little research, see what you find, and then make an investment. What do you think? You don't have to buy the most expensive keyboards, right? And you don't have to buy a piano because like pianos are very expensive. You can start with a keyboard. Okay? Number 7. Let's go, let's go. Do you practice any sports? Practice any sports? Let's go. Do you guys practice any sports? It doesn't necessarily has to be uh, in sport, okay? Do you practice any physical activities? Do you practice any physical activities? What do you guys like to do to move your bodies? This is another way of asking the same thing. Look, what do you like to do to move your body? Unfortunately, not. You don't do anything. You don't do anything. Guys, I practice a sedentary lifestyle. What am I gonna do with you guys? I walk 20 minutes every day. Good, pretty good. Just remember, just I. You don't have to say I'm with M. I am. No, I walk 20 minutes every day. All right? I just work out at the gym. The gym, all right? I just work out at the gym. Nice, Andre. Good job. Let me see. Yes, I do. I do some aerobic workouts and run in the park. Okay. I like to practice jiu-jitsu. Pretty good. Oh, there is a jiu-jitsu gym near my church. Can you believe it? And it's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu gym. I do weight training, but I'm still trying to get into the habit. Excellent, Leticia. I also do weight training, weight lifting, just a regular gym workout, right? Love it. All right, let's move forward. This is a good one. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite food? This question is so broad. So we can go to so many different directions. We can answer this in so many ways. My favorite food is sushi. Yummy. Japanese food is also one of my favorites. Stroganoff. All right. My favorite food is pizza. Okay, a lot of people here love stroganoff. Me too, guys. I mean, we're Brazilians. We have to love stroganoff. Is there anybody here who doesn't like stroganoff? Okay, it has to be chicken stroganoff. There you go. It has to be very specific for him. I like both beef stroganoff and chicken stroganoff. I love any type of potatoes, any way that if it's fried, if it's baked, if it's cooked, if it's toasted, if it's, I don't know, deep fried, it doesn't matter how the potato is made. I love it. I'm your type of person. Sina, me too. I'm just like you. I love anything potato. Yes, potato. Yeah, anything. My favorite food is acai. Did you know that here, and like if you don't teach people how to say acai, they're gonna say acai, acai. This is how people here in the US are gonna say acai, acai, acai. But we teach them, we can teach them, right? The right way of saying things. But as I said, we can go many different ways because we're just saying food. Food is everything you eat, everything you eat, right? But I can also ask, what's your favorite drink or beverage? Okay? What's your favorite drink? What's your favorite beverage? Drink and beverage are for liquids. But the difference between these two is that drink can be alcoholic, but beverage is any kind of liquid. And you can also ask, what's your favorite meal, right? What's your favorite meal? So you're going to think about the whole thing that you're going to eat. So probably you're going to say, like, oh, I like having stroganoff with rice and shoestring potato. This is the whole meal, right? Or you can even ask, what's your favorite dish? Or what's your favorite dessert for the sweets? After the meal, you have the dessert. So what's your favorite dessert? Nubia said café. Okay, me too. I love coffee. My favorite drink is coffee. I love peach iced tea. Me too. Me too. João asked, do you miss Brazilian food? What's the frequency you eat it or eat rice and beans? Okay, so Brazilian in English is written with Z, okay? So if I miss Brazilian food, I do miss having Brazilian food anywhere, but I don't miss Brazilian food because I make it at home. So I don't have to miss it. I can make it. Because here in LA, in Los Angeles, which is the city where I live in, you can find anything you want to make, any kind of Brazilian dish you desire. I mean, only if it's something extremely very specific, like super, super, super specific. But otherwise, you can make everything. And I'm a person who doesn't like to crave things. I like to eat things. So I learned how to make feijoada. I learned how to make feijão tropeiro. I learned how to make pão de queijo. I learned how to make everything I like, so I don't have to crave. To crave is when you want to eat something but you can't. Okay? You're craving something and you cannot eat it. I don't like that feeling. So I like to learn how to cook and how to make things. And what's the frequency I eat rice and beans? I could eat rice and beans every day, but I don't eat rice and beans every day. I don't eat them every day because I don't go well with beans. My stomach doesn't like beans. Seriously, many kinds of beans, not only um, the beans that we have from Brazil, any kind of beans, like chickpeas. It's a kind of bean, and it doesn't go well with my stomach, so I don't eat rice and beans every day. And even rice, I'm okay with rice. I could eat rice every day, but I don't because I can eat different sources of carbohydrates, right? I don't have to eat only rice. I can eat sweet potato, I can eat other types of potatoes, and that's what I do. Other vegetables, like in this case, right? The only thing that is a downside is that, of course, food have different tastes, right? So banana here tastes differently than the banana that we have in Brazil. The same for all fruits, all kind of fruits, all the kinds of fruits that you can think of. And passion fruit is very rare to find here and super expensive. So these are some of the downsides. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm passionate about coffee. Girl, me too. We can be best friends. I like avocado smoothie. That's good. You can blend with different fruits, right? I like mixing banana and strawberries and any kind of berries, all kinds of berries. Okay. Okay. Let's move forward because we're still on the 8th question. We need to reach the 11 questions on this place. At this place right here, right now. Okay, let's go. 9th question. 9th question. Let me see. Oh, I already asked that question. So we're not on the 9th question. We're on the 10th question. Oh, yeah. No. Do you practice any sports? Do you play any instruments? I don't know what happened, but my counting is different. Whatever, guys. Let's move on. So, oh, I have the same question twice. That's why. I have a script here. Now I got it. Now I got it. Okay. The next question is, do you like coffee? Because there are people who don't like coffee. And now you are going to tell me, can we trust them? Can we trust the people who don't like coffee? It's just a joke. It's just a joke. All right? But do you like coffee? And then we're going to have a very interesting question right after this one. And guys, bear with me. Come with me and stick with what I'm about to say. I'm preparing the best video on how to order coffee in the history of YouTube. So, if you want to watch that video, you need to stick around and subscribe to the channel right now. Let me check. Yes, I do like coffee, but I don't have coffee every day, just sometimes in the morning. Okay, sometimes in the morning is what we need. That's fine. As a good mineiro, I love coffee and pão de queijo. Gustavo, tamo junto. As a good mineira, I love coffee and pão de queijo. Do you guys know how to say pão de queijo in English? Do you know how to say pão de queijo in English? We say cheese rolls. Cheese rolls. In fact, they call it Brazilian cheese rolls. Oh, sorry, cheese bread. Cheese bread. Okay, Brazilian cheese bread. Brazilian cheese bread. And yesterday I had Brazilian cheese bread and it was delicious. I never drink coffee at night because it's hard to sleep. That's true. Some people feel it, some people don't. But science says that our bodies are going to be processing that caffeine even if you're not feeling it. So it's not good for our health and for our bodies to drink coffee at night. Please, guys, do not drink coffee at night. Hate me, coffee lovers, but I'm not a coffee person. We're not gonna hate you, Andre. You're a nice person. I drink coffee 4 times a day. Oh my goodness. Slow it down. Take it easy. Take it easy. Oh, Johnny is fancy. He only drinks gourmet coffee, no sugar. Okay, excellent. This is a good hook for the next question, which is how do you like your coffee? And you can say, and you can ask this question for anything, in fact. You can say, how do you like your tea? How do you like your drink? How do you like your shower? I don't know. You can say anything you want. Okay? You can say anything you want. How do you like that? And then you have to explain how you like your coffee. So, for example, in my case, I drink my coffee black, which means I add no sugar, no creamer, no milk. Most of the coffees that I drink, the majority, most of the coffees that I drink, they are plain. I don't add anything into the cup. Okay. But there are days that I like my coffee with a little bit of milk or with a little bit of half and half, which is milk but a different percentage. It's half and half because it's half the amount of milk of certain percentage of fat, and the other one is a different percentage of fat. So that's why it's called half and half. But that's it. How do you like your coffee? I like my coffee black. Or I like my coffee with a little bit of sugar or with a lot of sugar. Or I like my sugar with coffee. Some people like to drink sugar, right? Sugar with coffee, not coffee with sugar. Jasmine said, hello, Jasmine, with extra milk and a little bit of sugar. There you go. I love coffee, but I cannot drink it after lunch. LUNCH, okay? Lunch, we write it like this. The meal, breakfast, lunch. Okay, lunch with, you can say empty stomach. Empty stomach. Me neither. I don't drink coffee in empty stomach. Okay, I need to eat something to drink coffee. Sugar in Portuguese is doce. Sweet is doce. The characteristic. Okay, sugar is a way of calling people you love. Like you can call your girlfriend or your boyfriend like that. Mostly girls, you would call a girl sugar. That's it. Or it's the ingredient, right? Let's move forward. 10th question. This is a philosophical question. What is Are you guys ready? This is the channel of Camille Villela, my friends. So I'm gonna ask philosophical questions just because life is made of that. Period. What is one thing that you want to learn this year? What is one thing that you want to learn this year? One thing. What do you still want to learn until the end of the year? If you want to learn English, you need to join the last group we're going to have this year. Next Thursday, this Thursday, I'm going to be live and I'm going to announce what's the sale and everything that we're preparing for you guys. So if I were you, I would be here on this channel on Thursday at 8 p.m. if I were you. Okay? So tell me, what is one thing that you want to learn this year still? This year in 2024, what do you want to learn? Of course, it's not possible to learn and achieve fluency in less than 2 months. Okay, that's not realistic. People who say that have no idea on what they're saying. Fluency is knowledge that lasts. It's not something that you just learn for the test and you pass the test. Pay attention to what people are saying around in the internet. Okay, but anyways, what you can start this journey this year? Okay, let's see. I just want to improve my English, improve more my English. That's incredible. But don't you want to learn anything new or how to do anything in specific? When we think about things that we are going to learn or things that we want to learn, it doesn't have to be something complex, guys. Why do we think like that? We do not have to see our next step or our next goal as something huge, enormous, that we are afraid of. Maybe until the end of the year, you want to learn a new recipe. Maybe until the end of the year, you would like to learn a new song on your instrument. Maybe until the end of the year, you could learn from a book, a reading that you're doing. You know, it doesn't have to be something gigantic. It can be a little something. A little something is already something. And you know what? 2 months is a lot. Today is November 4th. Boy, 60 days. Basically, 60 days ahead of us. A little less than that, but in 60 days, what can you do in 60 days? I like to think backwards. You know, forward is from here on, backwards is from here down, from here back, right? So I like to look at the end of the year. I like to look at December 31st, the last day of the year. Okay, so from that time until here, how much time do I have left? What can I do in this time frame? What can I do in this period? What can happen in life during this time? I like to think like that so we can take action. Learning is about taking action. It doesn't matter. I'm not talking about English only. I'm talking about anything you want to learn. It's about the action of, okay, I need it or I want to learn it, so I better take action. Taking action is reading, doing your research, talking to other people about it, reflecting on it. To take action, you don't even have to say a word. You don't have to say a word. It can be a reflection, starting with a reflection. And reflections come a long way. Play the drums. Okay, this is a nice goal. I'll start to learn to play the acoustic guitar. This sounds good to me. The Russian alphabet and basic vocabulary. Oh my goodness, Brendan. Good luck with that. Russian. You know, my sister-in-law, sorry, my sister-in-law, she's Russian. And She taught me some words, some expressions, but it's so hard. So hard. But it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible. It's possible. Until the end of the year, I want to learn dynamic reading. Excellent. I want to finally learn English, but I know it's a process of dedication every day. Yes, Leticia, but what I feel from what you're saying, you just want to continue to study, right? Because look at what you're doing. Look at your examples during today's class. Look at what you're saying, the comments you're making. Everything looks great. It's just a matter of continuing, going forward, keep doing it. It's not something that you're going to start learning. Come on, girl. Don't lie to yourself. Don't deceive yourself. Hugo, this year I want to learn how to have more patience at work. This is a good task for the last 2 months of the year to start 2025 in a fresh way. Wow. Mateus said, I want to overcome procrastination. Mateus, let's go. Don't think about procrastination. Just go and do what you gotta do. 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 And I'm here to remind you guys, you have to do what you gotta do. Don't think too much. Don't think too much. We can reflect about life, but don't think about procrastination that much. Let's get into action. Camille is our coach. I'm more than that. I'm your teacher. Get that? I always say that to I always say that to my students. I'm not your coach. I'm your teacher. I'm more than your coach. I'm here to transform your life not only through English. I'm here to transform your life in every single way I can. Come on, somebody. Let's move forward. We just have one more. Can we do that? This is an excellent question to wrap up today's live stream. What is one thing that make you happy? What is one thing that make you happy? Let me know. What is one thing that make you happy? What is one thing that when you think about, you see yourself smiling? When you think about this person or this object or this action or this habit or this place, whenever you think about it, you're like, oh my goodness, I cannot wait to experience this again. Or just life by itself makes you happy. The opportunity of being here. What is it? What is it? Be with my family every weekend. To be with my family every weekend makes me happy. Excellent. Wow, this is very creative and amazing. What makes me happy is the sound of rain in spring on a Saturday morning. This sounds nice because it's spring, so the weather is good. You can listen to the rain, so you're relaxed. And it's Saturday morning. If you're saying that, it's probably because you don't work Saturday mornings. Am I right? Let me see. When I see my daughter being happy. Awesome. When I realize that I am around good people, this is a good um, reason why to be happy. Being around good people, it's so important. Bruno said, Camille, you're speaking his music for my ears. I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that. Going to the beach. Money. Yeah, money can make us happy. But there are a lot of people who have a lot of money and are not happy. Money makes life easier, and by making life easier, we can get happy, but money is not the solution. I used to work on Saturday mornings, but I really don't mind. I love the rain. Oh, okay. If you don't mind the rain, that's even better. Making cake and coffee for the people I love makes me happy. You know what, Leticia? I agree with you. Whenever my husband, because he's the person who I live with, I don't have any other people around me in this sense, when he says like, "Oh, I really wish that we could have, I don't know, banana bread this afternoon." Oh my goodness. I go to the kitchen right away because I know that he loves it, that we're going to have a nice time, we're going to snack together and it's going to be fun. Oh my goodness. What am I becoming? What am I becoming? Am I a cupid? I think I'm a cupid. Actually, I am. I got 2 friends married, so I'm a cupid. But anyways, let's do it. See, my wife makes me happy. Larissa is her name. Please send her a hug to her. It's a love declaration to her live on YouTube. There you go, Larissa. Here is your man. Love that. Ah. Read a book with a peaceful space and a good mug of tea. Oh, that's lovely. To be in a comfy place, very comfortable place, and reading and just drinking your tea. My husband and our dogs makes me happy. My family makes me happy. Excellent. I like this is a smart man. Okay? This is a smart husband right here. Playing video game after making my wife happy. So he first makes his wife happy and then he plays video game. This is a good sequence, my friend. There you go. Traveling makes me happy too. Traveling makes me happy. Awesome. Awesome, guys. So tell me, did you guys like today's live stream? Did you like the 11 questions that we had? Did you like the conversation we had? How much could you understand? How much didn't you understand? And let me know in the comments. I want to learn from you guys. I want to hear from you. Let me know what I could do to improve this experience of live streams. But I believe that if you are here, it's because you liked it. So let me know, what is the question that you liked the most? What is the question that made you reflect? And what is the question that you're going to ask to people? You're going to ask people whenever you have the chance. Let me know. I understand almost everything. I love this live stream. Yeah. Carlos, you're late. Oh my God. Okay, so let's sing happy birthday to Carlos. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carlos. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Awesome. Come on, guys. Okay, so I cannot wait to see you on Thursday, okay? Remember that we're gonna be live. I'm gonna be speaking about the next group we're opening is the last group of my course of the year. So if you're thinking about starting 2025 speaking in English, this is your chance because in 2 months you can be speaking a lot of English. A lot of English. I have a student actually who had an interview with French investors after 2 months of course. So if he did it, you can do it too. And I'm about to teach you how you're going to do it. So you cannot miss it. I cannot wait for you to be my student. And let's work on your English together. Okay? That's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, I don't know what you're doing here. Subscribe to the channel. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And study different. That's right. Study different. We got to study different to get better results. There's no other way. That's it, guys. Take care. Bye.